It's been a while.
It has been.
This is another episode of Damone and Aria Take on the World. No, that's not what it's
Real
called.
talk.
Real Talk. There you
Been
go.
so long, too.
I don't remember the name of our show.
A lot has happened since the last show, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like today, Oprah signed off after 25 years of doing the Oprah Winfrey show. And we watched, and we cried, and
Okay.
it was a divine event, I think, for me at least. I have been watching Oprah for the last season or so. I mean, once I realized she was going off, I watched the season, the 25th season. I caught her shows here and there before, and I mean, she's a great woman, and I love her philosophies and teachings and things. But this last season, season 25, along with the specials she has on OWN, behind the scenes of the show, and especially Masterclass. Oprah Winfrey's Masterclass was brilliant. I think my favorite one was the one she did on Dr. Maya Angelou. And then Oprah's Masterclass. She masterclassed herself. It was brilliant. And watching the show today was a full circle moment. I had a few aha moments as well, which is what she's famous for. How do you feel about seeing Oprah go?
I've watched Oprah on and off throughout my life.
And it's fun to think because she's been here our entire life.
That's true.
23, 22. She's been here since the day we were born. People knew who Oprah was.
It's crazy. I have a lot of respect for her. And one thing I just really noticed when watching her is that just her mere presence, the way she carries herself, the way she speaks to her people, even through the television to the world, makes you feel comfortable with who you are. Like, she's able to put people at ease and make them appreciate who. She makes me want to love myself and appreciate myself more than ever, Makes me want to go out there and live life and seek my purpose, and she makes me feel like I have a really great life ahead of me, and I think she's an amazing woman.
I think that's what she's out for. She's always been talking about, she's out to get you to live the life, basically the life you imagine, your best life.
Yeah.
Learn to love you, your authentic self. And you took notes.
I did. I took notes during the show. Oprah, if you're reading this.
Watching this.
I liked when she said, let's see, because you're watching her show. Let's see. I said, I like this one. Joy comes from doing what you're truly called to do, knowing that you are exactly where you want to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing. I think that might be paraphrasing, but I liked that
Still
idea.
Message, yeah.
I like when she said everyone has a platform. She has a platform to millions and millions of people. But she said, mine is a stage in a studio. Yours is wherever you are. It's your personal talk show. That's where your power lies. So your individual relationships with people are where, you're going to build your legacy. And that touched me a lot. Is there anything else in the show that stood out to you?
Everything, basically, because it was Oprah's love letter to us. She talked directly to us and took us on the journey from 25 years to 25 years ago to now. But I think one of the moments that stuck out to me most, and it stuck out to me when the actual show aired, was the discussion she had with Ian Van Zandt. That moment when Oprah had that aha moment, you can see her have it, and that's what I thought was so beautiful.
Yeah, she finally got it. I was like, wow.
Iyanla was saying, Oprah, I didn't know how to receive it. I didn't know how to accept you. I didn't know. I thought you wanted the work and not me. And then Oprah had that moment, and she said, I got it. And I think moments like that on national television are beautiful. And Oprah is just a beautiful soul, and Iyanla's a beautiful soul. And Oprah's had some amazing guests from different spectrums, from evil people who needed wake-up calls to people who needed makeovers, and people who just needed to tell their story. And I thought it was just beautiful to see it all.
Yeah, I like when she talked about how she called Maya Angelou the day before her live shoot.
Yes.
It was like, where are you? And Maya's like,
somewhere.
I'll be home tomorrow.
And then she said, what did she call Maya? The great wisdom keeper? The wisdom keeper didn't know where she was. I don't know about that.
She's like, I was suspicious at that point. I also like, there's so many things.
Oh, I love that one. Please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Yeah.
So many people should do that. And I think that that's important, especially now in this age of Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. Because so many people will get on Twitter, especially Facebook too, but they'll get on these things and say, oh, well, it's just Twitter, it's just Facebook, and then they post nothing but nonsense. They talk bad about people, and they put their opinions out there that aren't necessary, and they're just evil stuff, and that's energy you're putting into the world, and that energy is going to come back at you. There's that quote, with whatever you put out there, it's going to come back at you with equal or greater than force, or whatever that what I'm talking about. Whatever you put out into the world is coming back at you full force. So you put that negative energy out there, trust and believe it's coming back. Be careful.
Yeah. I also like when she said, "There's no need to feel superior to anyone." I'm writing it down. I'm reading it still. Whether it's heroin addiction, alcohol addiction, shopping addiction, we all share a common thread, and that's not feeling worthy. And that hit me a lot because I've thought about that. I've thought about. I mean, I've had friends who struggle with addictions of various sorts, and I kind of think we all have addictions, whether it's something really serious like a drug addiction, or whether it's needing approval or needing other people to like us. That's not necessarily a healthy thing because then we're always living our life for other people, and it's changing the decisions we make to not always be wise ones.
Yeah.
So that kind of mattered. That mattered to me. What else? I like this one too. We often block our own blessings because we don't feel smart enough, pretty enough, talented enough, worthy enough. And she said, "You are worthy because you are born, because you are here."
I'm sorry. I have these moments with Oprah when she says stuff. I always have a vocal response if it's good. I can't just sit back and take it. It's always like, or oh yes, and that's just me. Sorry. There's another thing here that I saw that I realized I did enjoy is that we all do want validation. Aria said that a little bit earlier. But then the way she broke it down is that there are some questions that we all ask. And maybe it's not the biggest questions, but we ask them. And they are, do you see me? Do you hear me? And does what I say matter? And we all want that. That's why when we tweet, we get angry when nobody retweets us, nobody tweets us back. As simple as that is.
Silly as that sounds.
Or when we're in a group of people and we feel like we're not getting any attention. We all want validation. We all want to know that we matter. What we say matters. And that's why, to me, it's very important that anybody you come into contact with, whether you know them personally or you have a great relationship with them, you treat them in a way that is going to validate them. Am I saying to be unwise and validate somebody to the point of hurting yourself? No. But simple things like telling someone they're beautiful, or telling someone that you appreciate them, or telling someone that their outfit is amazing, or that their smile is... That's the thing for me. And she might be able to attest to this, but I have this habit of just telling people exactly how I feel about them positively. Like, if I like your smile, I'm going to tell you, guy or not. And sometimes it turns people off or
kind of... I do that in weird ways, too. I'm like, I love your skin.
Yes, and it's so weird because they're like, huh? Like, excuse me?
You're beautiful. Eyes, whatever,
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it no matter what. Like, I tell, I love smiles. Smiles I have a soft spot for smiles and bone structure. And I'll tell people, like, I've been at work, and I'll be standing behind the register, and somebody will come up, and I say, "Oh my God, you have an amazing smile." And they're like, "I would just come and get something there around smile." And I'm like, "No, but your smile is beautiful. Accept it." That's the thing. People can't accept compliments for whatever reason.
I've had a couple people you can tell their day is bright. Like they're like, "Oh, wow, thank you." And they take it, and that always makes me feel good. I'm like, I'm glad I shared that with you because it obviously meant something.
Yeah. I think we can. I guess we can kind of close it sometime soon.
Yeah.
But I think the last thing I want to say, my outro, is to Oprah, directly to you, ma'am. If you ever happen to watch this, which you may or may not, because I mean, the World Wide Web is vast. I want to say, Oprah, thank you so much. Thank you for being present, a present force in my life. 22 years. I've been on this earth for 22 years, and for all 22, you've been present. I may not have known who you were exactly at 4 years old, but you were there. Funny story, I remember being a kid, maybe 6, 7 years old, and I remember mimicking you on TV. I wanted to be a talk show, and I still have that dream. I'm an actor now, but I also want to have my own show. I remember mimicking you and taking the spoons from the kitchen or hairbrushes and interviewing my family and walking around and being an interviewer, being a talk show host, and it was because of you. So I thank you for just always being there, always being the inspirational person you are, and for always sharing your heart with America and with the world, and being so beautiful. You're a beautiful spirit.
Making us all feel beautiful.
Yeah.
We love you, Oprah.
We love you, Oprah. We're going to miss you, but we know you're going to do some amazing things. And I will work with you one day. We will work with you one day.
We will, yes. Thank you for including me in that.
We're not going to be on your show, obviously, because it's off the air, but there will be many other ways that we're going to work with you. Whether it's with OWN, with a movie you produce, you might produce our talk show. Who knows? But we're going to work with you, Oprah. Namaste, my dear. I love you.
Till we meet again, and to God be the glory.
Yes.
As you said. Okay. Bye.